Alcaraz versus Nadal. Six King Slam semifinal. I mean, wow. Just thinking about it gets me fired up.
Yeah.
And you found us because you know what a massive matchup this is going to be.
What's so fascinating is that we might actually be seeing a turning point in tennis history right in front of our eyes. This isn't just another match, right? This is a veteran in his last season battling a young star who's hungry to prove himself.
Okay, let's dive into this. You're here because you're hooked by this showdown, and for good reason. Let's start with Nadal. This season, oh boy, it's been a wild ride for him, hasn't it? He's been dealing with those injuries, sitting at 153rd in the world. I mean, for the King of Clay, almost unheard of.
Talk about a testament to his sheer willpower. I mean, everyone's gunning for him. He's got the weight of his legacy on his shoulders, and yet he still fought his way to the final at bat. And that win against the 11th seed, amazing.
Right. After that early loss to Thompson, who was ranked 55th at the time, I think a lot of us were worried. But Nadal coming back to beat Demon in straight sets. That's the Nadal we all know. Classic.
No doubt. But the question that's on everyone's mind is, can his body handle Alcaraz's power on a hard court? Because we're not on clay anymore. This isn't Nadal's domain.
Exactly, and that leads us to Alcaraz. This year's been unbelievable for him. Ranked number 2 in the world, 51 wins, and he's got that Wimbledon title under his belt. The guy's unstoppable.
That Wimbledon final against Djokovic, straight sets, pure dominance. You just don't see that every day. Alcaraz has this incredible mix of raw power and, tactical intelligence that's captivating the tennis world. But we can't forget he's not unbeatable. Remember that U.S. Open loss to Vandal? Vandal was ranked 74th at the time.
Oh, what an upset, right.
Yeah.
Goes to show you that even when they're at the top of their game, they're human. Which honestly makes this semifinal even more exciting. We've got Nadal, the legend, potentially playing his last tournament against Alcaraz, the young champion who's forging his own path.
And that contrast, that tension between experience and ambition, I think it could have a huge impact on the way this match plays out. Can Nadal's experience outmaneuver Alcaraz's sheer power?
It's a story of two different styles, legacies at stake, and a whole lot of heart. And we've only just begun, so we've got these two titans of tennis, the veteran and the rising star. But this isn't exactly their first rodeo, is it? This rivalry, it's got some history.
It definitely does. They've gone head-to-head 3 times before, and Nadal's got the edge, 2 wins to Alcaraz's 1.
And you've been following both their careers so closely. Can those past matches give us any hints about what we might see in the semifinal?
Well, there's a catch. Their last match was a while back, over 2 years ago. Alcaraz's game has come a long way since then. Remember that Madrid Open match?
Oh, yeah, how could I forget that one? Even though he didn't win, it felt like such a turning point for Alcaraz.
Exactly. He pushed Nadal to the absolute limit. That match was like a statement Alcaraz showing the world he's a force to be reckoned with.
It was a message to everyone, maybe even to Nadal himself, that there's a new generation coming up strong.
Right. But those past matches, they offer valuable lessons. Nadal's playing style, especially on clay, it's always been a tough challenge for Alcaraz. He hasn't been able to just outrun Nadal, forcing him to play more defensively.
Interesting. So then how does that strategy work on a hard court? Can Alcaraz break free from that pattern?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? To really succeed on a hard court, Alcaraz needs to set the pace, be the aggressor. He can't let Nadal push him around. You know how Nadal loves those heavy topspin shots? They push his opponents back, give him control of the point.
And we've seen how effective that is on clay, but on a faster surface like this.
It changes the whole dynamic. Alcaraz's speed and agility become even more important. He's got the chance to take the ball early, disrupt Nadal's rhythm, and, capitalize on even the smallest hesitation in Nadal's movement.
Because let's be real, as incredible as Nadal's resilience is, those injuries have to have taken a toll. Can he really dominate a hard court the way he used to, especially against someone as explosive as Alcaraz?
Now that is the big question, isn't it? This match is so much more than just skill and strategy. It's about stamina, mental toughness, and maybe even a touch of magic.
All right, so we've got this incredible clash of styles, a true legend fighting to cement his legacy, and a rising star who's hungry for the top spot. I bet you're already on the edge of your seat. But before we get to the predictions, let's break down what each player needs to do to win this thing. What are we looking at tactically?
Oh, for Nadal, it's all about controlling the tempo. He can't let Alcaraz draw him into those long, drawn-out rallies that Alcaraz thrives on. He needs to play his own game.
So Nadal needs to stick to his strengths, not get pulled into Alcaraz's style. Sounds like a recipe for an intense match.
Absolutely. Nadal has to stay aggressive, keep Alcaraz on the defensive, maybe even mix things up a bit, you know? Throw in some drop shots. Those can be really effective on a hard court.
Keep Alcaraz guessing. I like it. But what about Alcaraz? He's coming into this match with so much momentum, but, well, it is Nadal on the other side of the net.
For Alcaraz, consistency is absolutely key. He can't afford to make those unforced errors that have, gotten him in trouble in the past. And the mental game is huge here. He can't let the pressure get to him. The fact that he's facing Nadal in what could be his final six-king slam.
Right, that mental aspect is a whole other battle going on. Remember that U.S. Open upset?
Exactly. Alcaraz can't let those doubts creep in. He's got to play with the same fearlessness he's shown all season. It's like you said, he's got the momentum, the winning streak. But Nadal knows how to win these big matches.
He's done it time and time again. The bigger the match, the more dangerous Nadal becomes. So what do you think? Is this the year experience wins out? Or will we see youthful energy take the victory?
Honestly, it's a tough one to call. That article you shared is leaning towards an Alcaraz win. They're even predicting he'll win in straight sets.
Wow, that's a bold prediction. I don't know if I'm quite ready to go that far.
I get it. It's a tough one to call. Alcaraz is playing some incredible tennis right now, but you should never count Nadal out, especially on a stage like this. He always finds a way to elevate his game when it matters most.
He's earned that reputation, and that's what makes this matchup so captivating. It goes beyond just a win or a loss, doesn't it? We're talking about legacy here.
Exactly. Will Nadal add another chapter to his legendary career? Or will Alcaraz use this as his launch pad to a new era of tennis dominance?
This match is going to be one for the history books, that's for sure. And as for who's going to win, well, I guess we'll all have to watch and find out. But here's something to think about, something that goes beyond the score, beyond the trophy. What will this match tell us about the future of tennis? Will it be remembered as a passing of the torch? Or as proof that even legends never truly fade away? It's going to be fascinating to see how it all unfolds.